Men, on a date, you should be there 15 minutes early and I should be there 15 minutes late. And the 30 minutes that you're alone, you should think about what you've done. Okay, I'll be there soon.
Welcome to The Wall. In today's video, we'll see a woman justifying having found love by being unfaithful with a married man. We'll also watch as a woman gets upset when men don't help her defend herself after she claims that men are trash. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're aiming for 150,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Share your experiences and advice in the comments. This is what helps our community grow. Turn on notifications so you don't miss a single video. Now, let's get started.
I want the world to know how women have to deal with creepy fucking guys everywhere we go at all times. And not only that, men never say anything when they're around.
First off, I am not condoning the creepy, inappropriate behavior from men towards women. But why should this guy have to say anything, sober side? Yours is one of the top 3 most misandrist accounts on TikTok. The premise of all of your content is that men are worthless, incompetent, bumbling idiots who women don't need because women have surpassed them in every way imaginable. So handle your business, queen. If this guy's bothering you, deal with it. Let them hands go. Piece him up right there in the gym in front of all of his friends. After all, you're superior to men. Why would you call upon someone less competent than you to handle a situation like this? Obviously, I'm being sarcastic, and I am in no way saying that women deserve to be victimized because they hate men. Men, if you're one of these creeps, stop it. If you're not one of these creeps, but you see a woman who needs your help, then step in. It's just very ironic and comical to me for a creator who has declared that men aren't necessary, and for us to just move out of the way so women can take over, but then bemoan their absence when she realizes she actually needs one.
You know why this happens? Because they think they're superior to men. She believes she's self-sufficient without us, but the moment she has a problem and needs a man, she suddenly feels entitled to demand that you go help her. Personally, I don't get involved in other people's problems, especially if I see a woman arguing with a man, who most of the time is her partner. I simply won't risk my life for someone who means nothing to me. That's something I'd only do for my children, my wife, my mother, or my sisters. Outside of that circle, it's none of my business. What do you all think?
You're going to expire before the age of 25. By the age of 35, literally no man's going to want you. Let's talk about why this is the biggest load of BS. So my mutual Cecilia Regina, who I'm tagging below, they're doing a series this week on how when it comes to the wealthiest men in the world, older women are the prize. And I'd just like to add some more examples to this conversation. So one of the examples that Cecilia gave was Jeff Bezos, who's arguably the wealthiest man in the world. And his current fiance, Lauren Sanchez, who's 53. Dr. Moyo, who was 50 when she married her billionaire husband. Melody Hobson, who was 44 when she married her billionaire husband, George Lucas. So far, what do we have in common? Intelligent, drive, and success. I'd also like to add Amal Clooney, who was 36 years old when she married actor George Clooney. Serena Williams was 36 when she married her Reddit co-founder and billionaire husband, Alexis Ohanian. Now, if we're talking about the highest echelons of society, you want to get down to royalty? No further than Princess Angela of Liechtenstein. She literally married Prince Maximilian of Liechtenstein when she was 41 years old. 41 people! And she did not give birth to Prince Alphonse until she was 42 years old. She met Prince Maximilian at a party because she was in the right circles. She was a highly accomplished fashion designer, she went to Parsons, and she was in the right rooms. And even more famously, we have Meghan Markle, who was 36 when she married Prince Harry, and didn't have Prince Archie until she was 37. When it comes to success, a lot of these people didn't meet until their mid-30s at the earliest, once they started to reap the benefits of their years of work. All these women are highly accomplished, intelligent women who stand on their own. So when society is saying that women expire at a certain age, ask yourself, does society have it together? Is society doing so great?
Most of these people were already wealthy and move in the same circles. On top of that, there's almost always a considerable age gap. It's one thing to compare those millionaires who also marry other millionaires. But what about the average woman? At 35, she doesn't want the average man, who makes up the majority, not the top 10% of men who are seeking younger women because it's biologically logical. They want to start a family and see better chances with someone younger. Saying that these stories represent all women is like assuming that every average man can become Elon Musk if he just works hard. No, most people won't play in those leagues. nor will they ever meet a man like that. Give real examples that reflect what happens outside privileged bubbles. Because what you're selling here is a fantasy worthy of a soap opera, not the reality of the wall. And the wall doesn't forgive.
I'm not going to apologize for finding love. And I'm also not a replacement mother for her children. Affair story time. He was my best friend at work for 8 years. With no romantic feelings at all, I taught him his job. Over this time, we supported each other, gave relationship advice, saw each other have children, and was genuinely excited for each other. At some point, I found myself caring for my mom before her death. At the time, I had an infant managing both a job, my husband, who I now realize was a man-child that left me empty. I had given myself away to everyone else with nothing left for me. I was a shell of a person. I gave in to the idea I'd never be special to anyone ever again, and this was just my life. My affair partner was in somewhat a different situation. His ex-wife was controlling and didn't show the appreciation or love that he craved. We found ourselves out at dinner one night, airing out our grievances, and knowing each other so well, saw new things in this friend that were attractive. The affair started and lasted a while, with him leaving first. His wife knew there was an affair, but we were convinced she didn't know it was me. This was 3 years ago. He's left now. I only got divorced a year ago. He waited for me. It's an ugly road to travel and comes with a lot of pain and hurt and stuff him and I have to work through, but we're stronger than ever. My ex does not know about the affair and has moved on. We co-parent really well, actually. Recently, we decided to introduce the kids. My affair partner told his ex-wife, and she absolutely lost it. Even after all this time. Now, mind you, she's been difficult for the past 3 years anyways, but she said she knew it was me and told him that the kids will only appease him about meeting me and chastise him for messing up their lives with him being in a relationship. I was stunned. 3 years later. Why is she still so angry? I hope for her now she finally got her last dagger to throw and can move on from the hate and resentment she's been holding on to. No one should walk around holding this in their heart, letting it destroy them daily. Did she really wait for this opportunity for this long? It seems so crazy to me. Why not use the ammo during the divorce or any time thereafter? It makes me think that maybe, just maybe, she didn't know it was me the whole time. But hearing a name she knew from the past just solidified it for her and made her angry all over again. Writing her own narrative, even if it's true, as a woman, intuitive thoughts are not lost on me. I guess I can't understand her need to get so angry. It's warranted a 3-paragraph nasty email. May she finally find her peace. She doesn't have to be like me or be my friend, but would like her to know that I'm not a bad person. I made a bad choice at the time. I'm not going to apologize for finding love, and most importantly, I'm not a replacement for her children.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Whoever doesn't value what they have when they have it shouldn't cry when they lose it. I don't justify infidelity. I believe that if a relationship starts like that, it almost always ends badly. But I want to highlight the behavior of the ex-wife. What bothers her isn't just that she didn't know who he was cheating with. When she found out, she started assuming that he had been unfaithful for much longer than she thought. The new woman uses the narrative of justifying infidelity by saying the husband wasn't valued in his marriage. But that sounds like a cheap excuse to wash away her guilt. The problem isn't that you found love, but that you did it in the most selfish way possible without considering the damage you were causing. As for the ex-wife, she isn't angry that he found someone else. She's angry because she lost something she didn't take care of until she saw it in someone else's hands. Infidelity is wrong, but so is not valuing what you have until it's too late. Brother,
I know a lot of people have been messaging me, asking me what's going on, why I'm moving out. And it's because I just found out that my husband and the man that I've been with since high school for 12 years, we have 2 kids together, and he just let me know that he's gay and that he's been gay and he's been trying to fake it, but he just can't anymore. I'm feeling so many things. I'm confused, I'm angry, I'm sad, but I'm also happy that he I'm happy that he could finally live his life and that he doesn't have to hide himself anymore, but I don't know, I'm just feeling so many things. Anyways, I just want to thank everyone for their kind messages, and words of like affirmation, just because it has really helped me get through. Because like I've been with him since I was in high school. And so it's just like a lot, especially with 2 kids and like having to move out your whole life. Like a whole life that you thought that you were gonna have, that it's gone now. And it's also hard because it's like no one really understands, because no one has been through this situation. Like no one that I know has been through this situation. And so it's just really hard. I just love him, and he keeps telling me how much he loves me and our kids, and like he never wanted to have to like leave, but that he just can't like pretend anymore. And I just want to be like supportive and just let him know that he has me like still on his side, and that I love him still. But it's just hard at the same time because like I spent the last 12 years with him building this life. It's like just crazy that like your whole life can just change in like a day. The nights are like just so lonely, and I have like the 2 kids to take care of. And it's like I just miss him and I miss our family so much.
I'm sorry for you, woman, but the guy prefers to play for the other team. There's no fixing this situation. The only thing left for you is to move on.
Do you want to know the quickest and easiest way to get inside of someone's mind and be able to read them and understand them? Ask someone what the time is when it's 3:58 p.m. Are they going to say it's 4 o'clock, or are they going to say it's 3:58? People that say 4 o'clock are generally going to be big picture people. They're not going to like the detail-oriented. They're not going to like getting caught up in the small things. They probably like to have more fun. They're probably more spontaneous, perhaps more extroverted, because they don't like the small things in life. They are very big picture thinking. They don't want to tell you it's 3:58 p.m. when in their mind it's 4, and they assume that you are thinking the same way that they do. Versus if it's 3:58 and someone tells you it's 3:58, that means they're paying attention to the small details. They're probably more detail oriented. They're probably more observant, maybe more introverted. Don't like to fly through life the seat of their pants because the small details matter to them. They're planners. They like the meticulous things. There are probably going to be contradictions to this in some people, but generally, this is a very easy way to tell how someone is and thinks.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
I don't know what people smoke in the morning, but this must have been some strong stuff. Woman, you need help, and fast. Instead of counting minutes and looking for mystical answers, you should go to a psychologist to find solutions to your problems, because they're seriously concerning. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, here are some questions for you. Would you get yourself into trouble to help a woman? What do you think about the woman who found love at the expense of another woman's marriage? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from The Wall.